What's up, everybody? You guys know who I am. I'm Jay with DCA Adventure, and we are back today with another video. And today we are going to talk about gas fees on Ethereum, why they're so high. We're also going to take a look at Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Ethereum. We're going to chart them. Guys, if you like our content, please like, subscribe, smash that bell for notifications. This is not financial advice. Leverage trading is very risky. You can make money super fast, and you can lose all of it super fast. So get in the Patreon group if you want to get a buckle down, very knowledgeable, safe way of trading. Come check us out in there. Guys, we need to make a couple shout outs. If you want any cryptocurrency swag, any DCA swag, go over to dogelord.com, check them out. Best quality stuff. Use coupon code free shipping inside the US. You will get free shipping on your order. Now guys, things are backed up a little bit, so it may take a while, but it's definitely worth the wait. Shout out to HyperTrader. Very nice trading terminal where I have been trading multiple different exchanges, multiple different assets. A lot of my altcoins I've been trading over there. Link will be in the description. They went live almost a month ago now. They are integrating and updating every week. So go take a look at them. Tell me what you think. Put in the comments below if you used them and if you like them or not. Also, guys, you need access to the DCA trading script. This trading script has some of the most important indicators that we use while trading the cryptocurrency market. So you guys need to get into the Patreon group, join my tier Trading with a View, and you will get access to the trading script along with a private channel inside the DCA Discord where I'm posting market signals. And also, guys, as of right now, you'll have access to the DCA trading bots. Get in there and check them bots out. They are giving good trades all the time. And a lot of times with the Bitcoin bot, Algo1, my buddy AstroPark made these bots, so shout out to him. But these bots, man, a lot of times it's gonna tell you when there's gonna be a big dump or a big pump an hour, half hour before it happens. So they are coming out with some very good profitable trades, and we've been kicking ass in the Patreon group. We've had some nice trades in there. We shorted the top of the most recent Bitcoin pump to $12,000. I told the Patreon group I was looking to short the top, to be looking at the DCA indicator to find it, and the indicator did print a red circle when it found what I thought was going to be a temporary top. I thought we were going to keep pumping, but I went ahead and entered the position anyway. And guys, I did take profit early, but it was a very nice trade. And if you were in the Patreon group, you would have known about it. You'd have been ready for it. And you know, with that being said, everything else dumped too. But today we want to talk about why Ethereum gas prices are so high. Like, I have tried to trade on Uniswap here and there, you know, try to capitalize on some of these big pump and dump coins here. And guys, let me tell you, this is very risky trading on Uniswap. I would not recommend doing this if you are new. It's kind of complicated for a newer person, but basically Uniswap and all these ERC20 tokens, they're all built on the Ethereum blockchain. So what that means is we can go to Uniswap, which is a DApp, decentralized application, and basically we can hook one of our wallets up to this, and by doing this we can swap Ethereum, Bitcoin, whatever we want to swap for any of the coins that you can trade on Uniswap, which there is thousands of them. You guys got to be very careful on Uniswap, because I can go make my own coin and make it look just like one that's trading on there and put it on there, and people can trade it, and you can literally get scammed out and lose a lot of money. I think there's millions and millions of dollars worth of Ethereum that are, you know, it's been taken on Uniswap from pulling the rug out from everybody with some of these scam coins and just some of the regular pump and dump coins in general, because they have very low market caps. You know, you can manipulate them very easily. But back in 2017, when Bitcoin went on its run and everybody was excited about crypto, we seen the altcoin boom, and it seemed like any coin that you decided to get into, one day or another, it was going to pump and you were going to come out with massive gains. Now, risky, very, but you know, it was hit or miss. I mean, your chances of picking the right coin versus not were higher than none, because I'm telling you, I had 4 or 5 different altcoins that I just randomly bought, and almost all of them pumped something ridiculous. So it's all about, you know, whether you're in the right spot at the right time with a lot of those. If you can catch the release of a new coin on Uniswap or Binance or wherever these altcoins are traded, you can catch the big pumps for sure. But you can also FOMO and chase the big pumps, and you can wreck yourself. So if you're new, don't mess around with Uniswap. People that are a little bit more seasoned, you want to get into it, you can go get the Uniswap extension for Google Chrome, hook up your MetaMask wallet. You can hook up your hardware to your MetaMask. I have mine on my phone. I go on to Uniswap, and then I use the Coinbase wallet, and I just have it linked up through there. And then you can go on, and there's several different files that you can go in that you can do coin market caps coins, what they offer, and basically you can upload that into Uniswap, and you can trade any coin on the coin market cap. You can use the Dharma wallet. You can use, there's several different places where you can get different lists of coins. So like I said, I mean, it's you basically can trade everything over there, including scam coins. So if you were trading on Uniswap and you think you might be looking at a scam coin, just type on the address, copy paste it, go over to Etherscan, take a look at it. You can find out in Etherscan if it's a legitimate coin or not. You're going to be able to see all the people who hold it, and all the transactions, and multiple different things in there. We're not going to go into that too much, guys. Everybody knows I do not trade alts a ton. I do here and there, definitely on HyperTrader. They've made it very convenient for me to do so. But this Uniswap thing, I'm not new to it, but I'm just revisiting, kinda, I guess you could say. So things have been weird. I have tried to make a couple swaps here in the last few days, and the fee that I got hit with for the gas was ridiculous. And if you guys are new, we have any new people here, gas is basically what you are paying as in a miner fee for the computation of your transaction. So the miners are going to get paid in gas, which is pretty much ETH. And basically you have to have gas in order to make these transactions. And like if you were going to send Ethereum from this wallet to this wallet, you're going to spend a small amount of Ethereum to get it there. Them prices are now going up. I've seen people paying $10. I've seen people say they've paid $6, all the way from, you know, $5 to $10, depending on the amount that they were trying to send. And there's a couple things you got to be aware of when sending ERC20 and gas prices. Your gas limit is what you are willing to pay in gas for your transaction. Your gas price is pretty much specifying the price of Ethereum that you are going to need to pay in order to buy the gas. The gas price is increasing as the network, the Ethereum network, gets congested. And there's a couple reasons why the network has been congested. Uniswap being one of the big ones. They have surpassed Coinbase's trading volume here recently, so that is very, very big. But guys, the trading's crazy over there. You can add liquidity for coins, and you can make the market cap. You can manipulate all kinds of different things inside of Uniswap. That's why it's a pretty awesome thing to use, especially if you know how to use it all the way, the ins and outs. I'd like to get my buddy Chris on sometime to explain to us how he does it. I've seen him make a killing. He trades only using Uniswap, Bancor, different dApps like that. But again, it just depends on the volume of what you're trying to swap and move around there. Let's see here. I got a couple things written down that I wanted to make note of, that way I didn't forget to talk about it. Things that, some reasons why I think gas have gone up. But one, for the new altcoin boom, like we've had over at the Uniswap DApp, we've mentioned that. So there's that. Then you have ETH 2.0 coming out, and a lot of people are getting very, very hyped up for the ETH 2.0. And basically what they're doing is they're changing over to proof of stake. Instead of proof of work, they're moving over to proof of stake. Now, by doing this, it will lower transaction fees, but a lot of people are trying to be eligible to stake and get rewards with their Ethereum, and by doing that, you have to have over 300 and some Ethereum. By holding that, it will make you eligible to do the staking and earn rewards when Ethereum migrates over to the ETH 2.0. So that has a little bit to do with Ethereum prices going up. But anytime Ethereum prices go up, you will notice that the network gets congested, and it's going to cost you more to get your transactions sent off. And a lot of times, if you do not put enough gas in, your transaction can be completely denied and stopped, and it'll be failed transactions. Now, sometimes I've heard of people getting their transaction failed, and the gas that they paid was still stuck on the blockchain. They couldn't get it off. Mikkel, Nemesis, Nefarious Technology, Not Your Normal Miner, Helpful Crypto Miner. There's a couple real knowledgeable guys in there. Those are the guys that talk about if you would ever need to try to reverse an Ethereum transaction. I know it can be done. I don't know the exact process of doing it. But if you do it quick enough, I do know that you can reverse a transaction. Because I've heard of people sending transactions, didn't have enough gas, it was denied, the whole transaction now is caught up somewhere in the chain. So, you know, there's risks to using this. At the same time, I always suggest you go over here to the ETH gas station. Going over here, you're able to see how much gas you are going to need. And this GWEI is, this is just the smallest increment measured in Ethereum. But basically, if I was a trader like I am, I'd be wanting to put my gas at 486. It's saying about 2 minutes for confirmation would be, it'd be getting there pretty fast. If you just want just fast, 447. Standard, you'd put your gas at 291, about 30 minutes for transaction time. You guys can see here, this is pretty much a list of people clogging the damn network up, and you can see Uniswap version 2 right there is #1. Tether USD, they are one of the biggest with the Ethereum, and I have that also. Let me see here. I just had the numbers. From the beginning of the year to date, US dollar peg stablecoin USDT market cap has grown threefold, from 4 billion to a little over 12 billion. Tether holds the lead in Ethereum stablecoin space, and USDT transfers have accounted for 14% of all transaction fees in August alone. So, you know what I mean? So right here, we're seeing the top guys. We got SmartWave, Versage, scam reported. I've never even heard of that. Somebody's wallet address here, some other DApp, I'd imagine. Nest Protocol, 1inch Exchange. We'll talk a little bit about this. Using these guys, you can use the Chi coin and use it for gas, and you can actually get cheaper fees going through them. At the end of this here, this little spiel about the gas, we will go over a few ways to get around paying such a high fee. Anything DeFi right now, guys, is going to be on here. Chainlink is a big player in all this network congestion. Chi token I just told you about. USDC, IDEX, Curve, Kyber, OX, Blancor, Agent, or Argent. This is a wallet. There was a couple of these places, I think it might have been Arger, I'm not sure, that was offering 0 fees right now, so that would probably be another good way too. So let's say you wanted to send let's say you wanted to send Ethereum over to Binance and you wanted to get there right now. Well, the standard gas amount used is 21,000. Okay, and right here it's going to tell you how much all that is. So let's say we're going to start out here with the cheap 250 GWEI. We're going to hit submit, and right now to send a transaction you are going to pay about $2.11 for the cheapest route to go. Okay, and that's with the gas price of 250 GWEI, and you're using 21,000. So let's say we wanted to go average. We were going to send some Ethereum using only 21,000 in gas. Right there, $2.32. We want to move it fast. We're going to use 409 GWI with the gas limit at 21,000. We're going to spend $3.46. So if we go up here to the fastest, you can put, it'll take you up to $4. So let's say fastest wasn't good enough for you guys. Let's say, okay, well, I'm going to use 50,000. Submit. Now you're going to be paying around $9-10 bucks, but you can see that your transactions that are above the current text pool 65. Time to confirm blocks 2, mean time to confirm in seconds 27. So that's 94 blocks. Percentage of last 200 blocks accepting this gas price. So 94 blocks still accepting that, and you can change this to whatever you want. You could say 100,000. Obviously, the more gas you use, the higher your transaction fee is going to be. So right here it's $20, 0.04 of an Ethereum. 94 blocks still accepting. 2 blocks, 27 seconds to confirm. So really not much quicker than just using 50,000. You upped it up another 50. Yeah, actually, so you got 50,000 there, almost $9. And that was 27 seconds to confirm. So if we go 100,000, still 27 seconds, still 65, still 2 blocks, and you're paying double. So like if you're using Uniswap, you can go into the setting and you can change your gas limit, and you can put it up super fast. You can put in a custom number. And what happens, especially on Uniswap and a lot of these other dApps like Bancor and some of the other ones where you can do this swap and use these smart contracts, is that let's say I'm a big whale and let's say a new token gets listed on Uniswap and I want to be one of the first ones to get my pile of the tokens because I know it's going to pump. So I want to be the first one to get it and have it. I can put in ridiculous gas price, okay, something bigger than anybody else is going to put in there, and that ensures that not only do I get my coins the fastest, but I get them first before anybody else. So obviously the more money you spend, the further up the list you get to be when it comes to getting your asset, and this in turn congests the network up and causes the gas prices to keep rising and to keep rising. So that's why Uniswap is one of the first people on that list, on the gas burner list, because a lot of people are doing that, especially with these small cap coins. It's super easy to manipulate. So if I'm putting in a bigger gas limit than you, then I'm getting my coins first, and then I'm also going to be the first one to dump them coins if I'm swapping them out when it's time to take profit. Say I'm going back into Bitcoin or back into USDT. That's why they're number 2 on the list. You are going to congest the network up even more doing that. So, you know, just in the trading part alone, just from Uniswap alone, is a lot of congestion for Ethereum network to handle, which is a major issue in my eyes. I mean, yes, it's good for the miners, because the miners like Mikkel and them guys, their Mikkel just told me his transactions payouts doubled. So, you know, that's super good for him, super crappy for the user. You know, it's to each your own, I guess. if you just do like me, I don't even worry about this problem because I trade Bitcoin. Or if you are leverage trading Ethereum, you know, we're on Bybit and Phemex, and then you don't have to worry about the gas prices either, other than when you send the Ethereum to it, to the exchange. And really you don't even have to. You can send USDT, you can send Bitcoin, and you can exchange right on Bybit or Phemex exchange, and you're not even paying the gas fee there. It might be calculated in for the exchange itself, but you don't see it on your side, and you're getting your asset instantly. So that's a way you could do it too. And then you could always, you know, withdraw out of the exchange to wherever. But this is your calculator. Just go. You can Google Ethereum gas station. It'll take you right here. This is where you can change everything. Use a calculator. These are your text pool data at block. So you know, this is a lot of this Chinese crap to me. Mikkel and them know exactly how to read all this stuff. These are your top Ethereum gas burners. These are top wallets burning the most gas right now with transactions. So you could say these are the top guys clogging up the network right now. There's one on IDEX. But yeah, I mean it, and you can click on any of these addresses and go and see what they're holding, how much they're holding. Also too, the Bitcoin spiked, the fee spiked up too, and it was almost up to like $6 because of the halving, and that led to a fall in the hash rate, which ended up a lot of big guys turned off their miners. It just wasn't profitable to mine for them. What happens? What would you do if you were a Bitcoin miner and all of a sudden it became unprofitable to mine, and you still needed to make transactions, and you still needed cheaper fees and stuff like that? Where would you go? Next best thing, and that would be over to Ethereum, which in turn clogged the network up again. Okay, so just with these couple things happening, is really putting a strain on Ethereum. So they really got some working out to do with the scaling. You know, that's kind of where I'm glad I don't really have to worry about that kind of part of the crypto. You know what I mean? I'm a trader. I believe in crypto long term. I'm bullish on crypto long term. I just, you know, mining and doing all that stuff, that's what, you know, Mikkel and them, they're in constant talks about what's going on. And I just heard Ethereum Classic had a third 51% attack. Like, what in the hell is that all about? They're probably going to get delisted all the way. I don't, you know what I mean? That easy to 51% attack them, and people just are constantly doing it to them. How can you trust them now? How could you feel safe putting any of your money into Ethereum Classic right now? I would be scared to put $1 into it. I really would. Let's see. DeFi. DeFi is a big reason. You know, everybody's trying to get into the DeFi boom, and that's built on the Ethereum blockchain. There's some built on the Compound blockchain. You got all kinds of different ones. The Band blockchain. There's a bunch of them. But on March 13th, there's a dump in prices resulting in a spike in DeFi liquidations, which led to a network congestion. All right. Some positions on dApps like Maker and Compound that were opened, that were big positions, they ended up getting under collateralized, which automatically will get you liquidated. And when that happened, it was on chain, and the liquidation led to congested networks, and that also affected the gas price when they were automatically liquidated like that. So the smart contracts are canceling out, taking the ETH, giving back the ETH, whatever the contract was for, and that's, you know, more strain. So, you know, several different things causing this. can we pinpoint it to exactly one thing? No. I think it's a bunch of all of it. I think every part of what we just talked about has a role in this, and I think Ethereum really needs to get their shit together and figure out the scaling problems. And if, you know, the more people keep building on top of Ethereum, the worse it's going to get, you guys. So, I mean, is it going to be profitable in the long run for traders to use it? And like, you got to think about the bots and stuff too. There's tons of bots that run on dApps, and what are they using, like, the highest amounts of gas prices? I do know by default, like, if you're using any kind of DEX at all, and any kind of like mobile wallet on your phone or anything like that, any downloadable wallet, anytime you send Ethereum or an ERC20 token and you have to use gas, that application is automatically set to use the highest gas price possible. Number one, to ensure that your funds get moved, and usually, like, if it says it's going to use this much gas, that is just an estimated price. If it doesn't end up using that full amount of gas, you do get refunded what was left over. But most of the time, these exchanges are set to use the highest amount of gas. So not only do you got Uniswap, you had the DeFi crash happen there back in March, which caused them liquidations or whatever, and then the DeFi boom now with people trying to get back in, and Bitcoin's fees going up, people leaving from Bitcoin, moving over to Ethereum 2.0 migration about to happen, people wanting to be eligible for the staking and the rewards, got to collect over 300 or 35 or whatever the hell amount ETH I said. All that is to blame, all of it. So definitely watch yourself if you have to send ETH. You want to make sure that you, or if I'm sending ETH at all, I'm probably going to use a higher gas price to ensure that I don't have something crazy happen where I get my funds locked up onto the blockchain and I have to go through the reversal process. I don't even want to mess with it. But there is a couple ways that I've researched. Now, I have not tried these ways, so use these at your own risk. Look into them. Like I said, I have not used any of these ways. I don't use Ethereum enough to really have to worry about this kind of stuff. But the more complex the transaction, the higher the fees are going to be. So if you're using a smart contract, if you are using Uniswap and you do a swap, those are smart contracts. Those will be higher fees than just a regular Ethereum transaction where you're sending Ethereum from this wallet and moving the Ethereum over to this wallet. So it's completely different with the contract types, and each contract will have a different fee. Some of the ways that you can get lower fees and try to get around it: number one, do what I do and don't screw with none of this stuff and just trade Bitcoin, Litecoin. You could trade Ethereum if you have it in there on your exchange, or the 1-inch exchange is what it's called. It uses the Chi token. I told you this earlier. It uses a contract trick to refund gas when freeing up storage. The token is only used on the 1-inch exchange. Like gas is used over any ERC20 exchange. Chi is another type of gas token, but it's only used on the 1-inch exchange, and got to dig into that to figure out how it's cheaper. I know the Chi token itself is cheaper. It's called Chi Gas. The transaction side of it is cheaper. So it's a DEX. You could use it. The Dharma wallet, they're advertising 0 fees right now. Dharma, DRHAMA, MARA, something like that. And the Dapper wallet, free transactions a month. So every month you get 3 to 4 free transactions. So, you know, them are just some easy ways to get around the mining fee or the gas fee. And you know, don't be a cheapskate and go in there and put a super low gas fee because you're being cheap and you want to try to save a little money. Your transaction's not going to go through probably 75% of the time. And if it does happen to slip through there, it's going to take forever to get there. Okay, I just sent, when I sent my Ethereum over to my Coinbase wallet, it took 20 minutes and it cost me $4, which is not crazy, but if you're a repetitive trader and you're constantly moving stuff and you're going in and out and you're arbitrage trading, you're paying out the butt in gas fees right now. And like them arbitrage bots, you know, those are eating up a lot of the network too. They are congesting the network big time too. Them arbitrage bots are using the highest amount of gas every time they arbitrage from one exchange to another. So they buy at this exchange for this price, and then they move it to this exchange and sell at a higher price. And then they move back to this exchange, buy again at this price, move back to this exchange, sell at a higher price. That's called arbitrage trading, and they have bots that can do that, and they do it repetitively. They will do microtransactions that are still using 21,000 gas limit. So it's Ethereum's pretty crazy to use right now, in my opinion. Is it stable? Is the on network chain stable, or is it going to hold up? Is something bad going to happen? I don't know. So just stay frosty, my friends. Be careful with using Ethereum right now. I'd be looking for even more push up, especially when Ethereum 2.0 gets closer to launch. But that, with the gas prices and stuff like that, you guys really want to get in depth, go talk with Mikkel or Nemesis. Them are the miners. Them guys are going to be able to answer your questions a lot better than I can. I'm just a trader. So there's that. But we're going to jump over here on the charts, and we are going to take a look at Bitcoin. And this is Bitcoin on the monthly, Bitcoin versus the dollar, Coinbase. Now, back in the Patreon group, we did short around the $12,000 area. I was at $12,111, I think, was my entry. I'd have to go back and look. But I wanted to show you this monthly chart, guys, because this is a real big pattern that we like to play in the Patreon group and the Discord. We get these nice M patterns. Now, this M pattern, it needs to come back down to complete. We got the 50 there, my 200. Why isn't my 200 showing? Okay, regardless, we get these M patterns, and if we were looking for this M pattern to complete, we'd need to drop it back down here to that 50-month moving average, and that's right down at the $6,345 area. Not saying it's going to happen, guys, but chart is showing it right now. It's showing that it's a possibility, so we are going to keep an eye on it. I think we're going to drop at least, I think this is my 9-month moving average. Let me check here again. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is, yep, that's my 9-month moving average. I just started putting the 9 on there, so I got a changed color. I haven't memorized it yet. But for sure, probably be looking for a drop down to the 97, 96.50 area. Maybe get a nice big wick down there, but looking at the moving averages, it is sitting down there by a little bit of support, so that'd be the first area I'm looking for a little hiccup. We kind of double topped. You could kind of call that a double top here and here, right up at the $12,500 level. We kind of got close with the next try on it, which we did get up to 12,230 area. I felt comfortable taking the short at the 12.1. I took profit way too early, though. I did not think we were going to go all the way back down into the 10,000s. Or into the 11,000s, I'm sorry. I think we made it down to 10,900, I think, today. Nope, 10,400. Yes, 10,400. So I didn't think it was going to go all the way that low. I think I took my profit at 11.1, somewhere around in there. So it was like a $1,000 drop. Still a very nice gain. Did it with a take profit. Of course, I wasn't at the computer when it all happened. I'd have to go back and see the exact number on the take profit, but it was around the 11,100 area. But be looking for that 9-month moving average, trading a monthly chart, and then the 21 monthly chart is down at the 8,200 area, and then the 50, like I said, is down there to 6,350, $6,400 area. Just a very good possibility it happens. Let's go to a swing low, to this swing high right here. So the 382 is right lining up with that 9-month moving average, $9,200. 786 is down here at the 50, 55, 56. But I'd probably look for a retrace at least to the 0.382 fib line on there. Let's get that off there. Go over here, check out the weekly. And you guys can see that right now we are stopping right there on that 9-week moving average. Looking at the faster moving averages, you see how much tighter that the candles follow the moving average, just like they do on the 21-week moving average. I like trading with the 21-week a lot. I have the 9 up there for reference. Usually, you know, it acts as good support. You can see here it's acting as good support when we're on top of it. We do get occasional breaks in here and there. We rejected, used it as resistance all the way down, broke above it, acted as support a couple times or got close to it. So very important moving average to keep an eye on. Right now we are looking like we are bouncing off of it. We did a nice simple BART pattern over here, up and down. You guys got to get into the discords, get into Crypto Mentors Discord and get into the DCA Discord. We are talking all kinds of stuff trading. If you were in the Patreon group or in a paid premium service over on the Crypto Mentors, you guys would have seen us talking about the ups and downs on this BART right here. Nefarious Technology had posted a chart, and AstroPark as well had posted some stuff when we were talking. And, you know, we said, man, it definitely looks like we could probably BART back down, and that's exactly what happened. So as long as we respect that 9-month or 9-week moving average, look for us to close there. We got 3 days and 4 hours left. If we get a break underneath of that and a close underneath the 9-week moving average, it'll be pretty bad for Bitcoin. Definitely be looking for a drop to that 21-week at the $9,700. Also posted, you know, this was back, I think, over a week ago, about the M pattern. I posted back before we did any of the drop, and we were still up here around the 12,000, 11,900 area. Told you guys that this 200-week moving average down to the 6,500 is possible too. This back on the monthly, that 50-month moving average was right around in there, the 63 to 65. But that 200-week moving average is right there at the 65, 66, and it's very important because every time we've ever came down and touched it, we bounced off of it and we kept going back up. So will we come back down and test it again? If so, hopefully that we respect it and it does hold up as support. If not, guys, we're going to go way lower. We're going to go way lower, sub 5K, if that happens. And all in all, if it did flash crash and we did make it back down and completed that pattern, in my opinion, that is still healthy. It's still not that horrible of a move. I think it would really take off if we made it back down to those levels. We do have a gap down at the 9,000 area, somewhere around in there, and 5,300, I think, which is pretty low. You know what they say about gaps, but I need to go on CME. We'd have to check exactly where they are. I will have those and post them in the comment on the premiering tonight. So, but yeah, 6,600. Just saying it's there. You know, be aware of that on the chart. Your 50-week moving average is sitting right around the 8,600, and that is a decent area of support all the way through. And this is how I like to make sure whether I'm going to trade the moving average or not, for sure. But I like to go through and put lines for where they're at. Is there support and is there resistance nearby? What makes that moving average strong? Is there any reason for it not to hold as support or resistance? Vice versa, stuff like that. But we are on the week chart. Go through, put all your lines on here. Anywhere where you think there's going to be support or resistance. Get your levels marked out. Know where to be watching. Only do your key areas, ones that are big, ones that jump right out to you. You know, you don't need to have a line at every little single thing there. And then we'll go in, we'll shut our moving average off. And now we got a nice little graph here where we can be watching for our levels. Nefarious Technology does this a lot. He even marks them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But you guys got to get in that Patreon to see any of those charts. So here's a decent part of support down here at the $9,800, $9,900. And 10.5 was a great area of support. And I said in the Patreon group, I do believe we are going to retest that 10.5 area, and I said that last week, and boom, I nailed that right on the head. I did short down to 10.5, or longed at the 10.5. I'm still in a long. 165% right now on 25x, so I'm doing good with my long position. I had that set on there for days on a weekly time frame play, I think it was, or it might have been a monthly chart that I put that on there. But yeah, the guys can go back into Patreon and look at that where I said I had my position set up. I also had a long position set up at the 50-day moving average. I put that in a few days ago. My stop loss did get hit on that. It definitely tagged me out. We blew right past that 50-day moving average, right past it. Real heavy level of support down at 61, 62 area. Got another decent area of support at the 7,000. Another decent area of support at 76, up 78, 77, 7,800 area. Another one at the 87, 8,800 area. So be watching all those levels right there. It's easy. It's good practice to go on and do it yourselves. Let's put the moving averages back on here. Let's take a look at the daily chart. So as you can see, we blew right under that 50-day moving average. A close below this daily is going to be bearish, in my opinion, on Bitcoin. We got 3 hours 21 minutes left until the daily close. Big area of support that we're going to be looking at and watching. We're going to see what happens here. We're going to see if we can respect it. And then you could even, yep, that's good right there. So from 10,500 area down to the 9,700 area, which we have moving averages on the weekly right around in that zone. That 9 crossed under the 21 day. If that 9 crosses under that 50 day, watch for more dumping. If the 21 crosses underneath the 50 day, watch for more dumping. We don't want to see a death cross where the 200 day moving average comes up and where the 50 day comes down and crosses underneath that 200 day. That would be a death cross, and we would see even more dumping. But as of right now, guys, this is a pretty big area of support that we have here. It runs all the way through the chart. Even if we put it, you could put it all the way down onto them ones like that. That would put you down to $9,400. And then your next area from there is 91 down to 88, 89. So we just touched the top of that. Right at the 10,523. 10,500. Yeah, it's about 10,490 something. A little under 10.5, which is no big deal. I did get that nice long position. I caught that perfect. The only reason why I did it is because of the very top support that we have on these wicks. And you guys will notice a lot of times on Bitcoin, these wicks, they will come down and they will stop right in line with wicks to the left of your chart. I will try that first as a position if I'm there and I can catch it. And obviously I'm using a stop loss, but then if it keeps going past it, and obviously we got a little bit more volume than anticipated, and we keep going, then I'm going to look for a more stable area of support, something that's got a little bit more information there to pick from. So guys, if Bitcoin does happen to bounce and we do go back up, be looking for the top of the 50 as your first area of resistance. and that's right at your 11,100. I'd be looking to short there again. That's just if we come back up and retest this. We want to see a retest and see this hold as resistance. It may hold as resistance. We may break right back up through it. If we break back up through it, then we need to see the we need to see us break through the 50 and come back, test as support, hold support before we get confirmation of continuation. Get this box drawn up on your daily. Watch your daily time frames. I've said in multiple videos, I've showed you guys in multiple videos, man, look at the 50-day moving average. We made a great trade off of it. Don't let this be one of those times where you missed out on one of those times I said this. But you can go ahead and, not financial advice, but try to short that 50-day moving average when we come back for a retest of it, okay? I had my other computer turned on. Here's a chart I wanted to show you on the Bitcoin dominance. Now, Bitcoin dominance, we dropped all the way down to 35.91. If we go here, let's go to the daily dominance chart. So it's been in a steady downtrend for quite some time, since back in August of 2019. No, we're at September of 2019. So from September 2019, we've been on a steady decline on the Bitcoin dominance. Now, I said in Friday night's live stream that I think altcoins soon are going to plummet, and they're going to fall pretty bad, and Bitcoin's going to take over, and we're going to have a nice big rally. This is all I meant by that statement. Looking at a Bitcoin dominant chart, you can see that when we bottomed out here around the $39.40 or $39.40 point area, we had some nice bounces and we had some nice runs off of there. You can even see down here, we can shoot lines across and act like support and resistance here. So we got some support here, and then here. So when we touched here, obviously we dumped, rejected, we dumped, we used that as support, broke up. So we could come down and maybe touch this a couple times, and hopefully it respects as support, and the dominance will pick back up and we can go. Or we may dump all the way back down to here. Okay, so if we get down to here, this is where I'll be getting excited and be getting ready. You know, if we go down to here, some of your altcoins may go haywire and just completely pump to the moon, but be looking for a nasty reversal. Not financial advice for the millionth time, but keep an eye on this dominance chart. It does have a lot of information. You can get a lot off of this from trading Bitcoin. Okay, so obviously when your dominance is basically when your dominance is low, okay, your institutional traders, your big whales and stuff, this means that they have more faith into Bitcoin when the dominance is lower, if that makes sense to you. They have more faith that Bitcoin is going to stay where it's at, and they're going to move that money into altcoins, and they're going to trade the altcoins. And that's why the altcoin dominance goes up, and vice versa. So with it down, the traders are believing in Bitcoin more, and that's good for Bitcoin. It's good for Bitcoin, but will it be so good for the altcoins? I don't know. We'll just have to wait it out and see. Be careful with it, guys. Like I said, I'm waiting for it to dump down here close to the bottom that we set back here in January of 2018 and May of 2018. Somewhere around in there. If we get down to the levels of the 52 and the levels of 39 to 35, key areas that I'm going to be watching on the dominance chart, so keep that in mind. Show you guys this too on the 1 hour chart. Dang it. So on the Bitcoin 1 hour chart, I kind of thought maybe was it a 4 hour or 6 hour? Let's try a 6 hour chart. There's kind of a little bit of a head and shoulder. We were talking about it in the Patreon group. There's a shoulder, there's a head, and then there's kind of a little shoulder there. Very ugly and lopsided, but it's there. You can see we had a nice big one right there. There's a head, shoulder, and then dump, dump. Normally you're supposed to be able to take your neckline, spin right around in here, measure your head, put that under the neckline, and see it kind of gave us the bottom, okay, but we ended up dumping way more. I'm gonna go back over here. Take a look at Ethereum now. Go over to the monthly. So you guys can see on the monthly here with Ethereum, we did have a bullish cross. 9-day crossed over, sorry, the 9-month crossed over the 21-month, and you could barely see it in there. But there's the blue 50-month moving average, and the white line, the 9-month moving average is getting ready to cross it. So that is probably going to give us another bullish pump right there. $400, $500 is where we're looking at on Ethereum for very, very big resistance on a monthly chart. We could probably see it better on a daily or a weekly. So yeah, anywhere from, we're gonna make us a box here. So anywhere from $485 up here to $785, almost $800, is a decent area of resistance. If we could get back up above there and close up there, oh man, it's that'd be a big move for Ethereum, and it's very capable of making it. Very capable. We're above all the moving averages, all the big ones that we're using. Very good. If we do get a little retest here, be looking back down around the 350 on a weekly time frame. Anywhere from the 400 down to the 350. That'd put you right on top of that weekly moving average. Take a long at that 9-day moving average. And these are super easy breakout trades too. Like this would have taken a long time to play out on the weekly, but if you'd have had patience, you could have traded any of these breakout. So as soon as we broke out of there, you go long, put your stop back inside the triangle. We never even came back to it. Crushed it. Same here, you could go down here. You really wouldn't have got anything off of that one. That was a nice breakout trade for right there on the monthly or on the weekly chart. $1,500 I think was the high for Ethereum, wasn't it? No, $1,409. So you know, $1,000 Ethereum don't seem too far unreasonably, you know, off. I think it could definitely happen again. Alright guys, on the 1 day we did come back down and blew right through the 21 day and the 50 or 21 day and 9 day moving average. Right now hopefully that 9 day still acts at support. That 21 day is in there too. Looks like it's giving a bullish cross on the daily. As long as that 9 day stays up above the 21 day, the purple line, we should be in good shape. I was totally expecting a drop all the way back down to the 50-day moving averages across the board on all major assets: Litecoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin. This puts it right around the $363, down to the 359 area, 360. So moving averages, guys, here is a decent area of support down at the 370, where you could best believe there'll be a little bit of a hiccup here. You might be able to scalp trade you along. It is reasonably close to that 50-day moving average, so that would probably be right in the neighborhood of where I put my long position. Using the daily, we're trading daily breakouts on Ethereum. This would have been another great one to do. And we could even bring the support down there. But you guys can see we're inside the pattern. We don't trade the inside of the pattern. Boom, we make the breakout. You take the long position at the break of the pattern, and never even came back in and tested it. So I mean, it took off. Well, yeah, it did. It came back, tested that support, and it did go. Let's get that off there so you guys can see. But you can see we came out. We came right back, we tested that support, we respected it. That was our confirmation. For continuation, we kept on going. But literally, from the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days, we just wiped ourselves out with one candle and 5 days worth of gains. So that kind of sucks, guys, but this is healthy in my opinion. We need these resets. Too many days of green. You got to get a couple reds in there, alright? We just want to be looking at the key areas for our trades. So, you know, be checking these out. Now this really could have gotten you guys. I'm sure a lot of people could have said, hey, there's a head and shoulders there, and I got wrecked. You know, you could have said that was a shoulder, that was a head, and that was kind of a shoulder. So you got to wait for confirmation for the dump, because I do tend to see patterns that are pretty damn close, and they end up being bullish and they take off. That's for Ethereum. Let's take a look at Litecoin. Let's go back on the weekly. Guys, if you're interested in learning how to leverage trade, use my link for Phemex or Bybit. Those will be in the description. If you sign up and you deposit and trade with at least $100, DM me in the Discords. My name is Variant8, and I will get you the trading scripts turned on. I have DCA Oscillator and DCA DX and DI. I have light versions of all of them. It's not the full version like you'd get in Patreon, but you'll still get to use. It's a good 75% of the script. But get in there, use my links. I would greatly appreciate it. It helps me out a lot. But I will get the scripts turned on for you, and you will get to use a trading script and check them out. AstroPark, he makes some killer scripts too. You need any kind of custom script done, you got a certain trading style, and you would like a custom script made for that, get into Crypto Mentors. He will hook you up with anything you need. You just DM him, tell him what you want. He'll give you a price and tell you what he can do it for. And he does stuff for really, really cheap, you guys. $100 for your own custom script that you can in turn turn around and sell to whoever you want to is pretty cheap. But back here on the weekly, we did get the bullish crossover like we talked about in the last video. 9 crossed the 21, and it did cross the 50-week moving average, which is super awesome. Now, is that 21-week creeping up on that 50-week? If it does, we're really going to see Litecoin pick up and make a move. And I wouldn't be surprised to see Litecoin back up into 73, to the $80 area again, and then even higher. I would like to see Litecoin at least hit the $100 area again. I really want to get rid of it, so I'm rooting for $100. Let's see 100 to 150. I'm hoping for it, guys. We did retest back down, blew through the 9-week moving average and hit the 50-week down here at the $51. As long as we can stay up above these two moving averages, everything's good. This is how we like to trade these moving averages, when our 50-day moving average is on top of our 100 and 200-day moving average, which is not showing on our weekly. I don't have the 100 one up there, but anytime we test that 50, long position right there, and boom, you would have killed it. I did tell you last week to take a long position back here when these were crossing. If you'd have done that, you would have had a nice trade. I gave that to you guys as a freebie. I hope somebody took that trade back there. Let's go back over here to the daily on Litecoin. We're back at the 50-day moving average, and I said this morning in the Patreon group, this is where I was trading, hoping for my longs. Now, I would have gotten stopped out here. Here's another opportunity where you could take again and try to trade this 50-day. We're testing it again. Hopefully we can respect that as support. This was a nice head and shoulders on Litecoin on a daily. We can go ahead and give this a measured move real quick and just see if it's lining up kind of close. Call that our neckline. Go to our neckline, go to our head. Pretty good. It's pretty good. Pretty accurate. We're within reason. We are within reason. Even that 200-day moving average is possible to hit. It is sitting on top of a big area of support down there for Litecoin. You can see it here. That whole area. Boom, boom. All the way down to the $45, $46 area on support for Litecoin. So be looking for these possible drops, guys. Obviously, we will have a rebound. We'll bounce at some point. Look at your MACDs, look at your RSIs, your stochastic RSIs, or just forget all that crap and get the DCA trading script that has everything that you need to be looking at put in one script. You got your money flow indicators, you got your VWAP, your volume weighted average, you got your RSI, you got your stochastic RSI, you got your MACD, momentum waves, money flow index wave. There's all kinds of different waves and different stuff going on in that indicator that you pick out certain key things, make a strategy, and you will know what's going on. It tells you when it thinks there's a top. It'll print stuff when it thinks there's a bottom, or where it could be a possible bottom, and it's reading all major support areas all major areas of support and resistance. So that's why it'll print these dots, because it is a possibility that this area of support we're coming up on, or area of resistance that we're creeping up on, may hold. So get the script, guys. I'm making new ones here and there for DCA. I try to make the best reasonable things that you guys are going to use, things that are easy to use. I just made a DI ADX indicator. Got to check that out for DCA. Pretty explanatory, pretty easy to use, and it's very powerful, very strong, very good on the 1-day time frame. I really like it. I'm in the process of trying to get something made with the KDJ indicator. I do like that as well. But there's a couple things that I want to throw in, and some of the plots I want to change up a little bit, and I'm just kind of having trouble with the coding part of it right now. But guys, hopefully you learned something out of the video. You guys are looking at the right moving averages. Get into that Patreon group. You can see what we're talking about, what we're doing. If I'm not posting stuff, my buddy Nefarious is posting good stuff. My buddy Edward, he's always got really good TA on Bitcoin and Ethereum. Astro Park is one of the best I know. He's got super in-depth TA. So get in there, guys, and don't be afraid if you're a new guy. You can't ask dumb questions. That's why we're here. We want to help you. We don't want to see you fail. So check it out. Let's take a look at the Dogecoin from my buddy Chris real fast. Dogecoin is dying. It took a real big dump, real big dump. That 21-day is crossing over that 50-day on the Doge. That could be the reason why we started dumping on this, as long as, you know, as of Bitcoin dumping as well. Sorry. So be watching for it to dump all the way back down to the support of 0.0026887, all the way down to that 200-day moving average at 0.0026081 Bitcoin. So and then obviously if we get the bounce and move back up, I'm looking for that 50-day as my first spot to take profit, or my first spot to short again. And that would be all the way up back to your area of 0.0033277. So check that out, Chris. Hopefully you're holding the Doge. We'll take a look at Link real fast. What is Link doing? All these guys are pretty much going to chart the same right now. I was expecting that 50-day moving average, like I said, across the board. We are close on a lot of them. Some of them we blew right through. So that just shows you right there, guys, how important these moving averages are, and how, if you are patient enough, you can land some very good trades. I may not trade for 3 or 4 days on my higher time frames, and then boom, we hit that 50-day. Then I go in super heavy for my risk management, and you know, swing or miss. So a lot of times, you know, I come out with a super good trade. If my trade idea doesn't work out and I get stopped out, it's no big deal. I lost a little bit of money, I hit my stop. Ain't nothing compared to what I would have made if I hit the home run. So and the only way you guys are going to learn that or notice that is getting into the Patreon group. 25 bucks a month is pretty dang cheap for the information and the tools that you guys get access to. So that being said, wash your hands. Hope you guys learned something. Smash the like buttons. Have a good night.